Hello, we're going to cover Sun in the sixth house today. So thank you for joining me, and let's look at the Sun. So Sun is the indicator of father. It's your vitality, it's your soul. And wherever the Sun is in your chart is where you want to take charge. You feel kind of, you feel empowered by that, even though the empowerment of that house will not kick in until Sun has matured, which is after 30. Sun also rules our heart chakra, our physical heart chakra. So it naturally makes you happy. And so also Sun is also rules leaders, bosses, politicians, government. And this video is about a Sun that it's not afflicted by anything or any aspects or conjunctions. It's just like straightforward. I think I'm going to cover those in on Patreon thing. So this is just straightforward. So and the sixth house is natural sixth house of the zodiac is Virgo, which is all about health, healing, daily routine, work, maternal cousins and uncles, and it's all about disease and litigation, arguments, discord, competition. It rules rules kind of the diseases that you can get over, if you like. So eighth house is more the very kind of chronic diseases. It's more acute diseases, and obstacles, service being the thing. And it's also your exercise, things like that as well. It's really the house of productivity and efficiency as well, because it's naturally it's a house that is to do with Virgo, and it's making the list and ticking them off. This is that house. So Sun in the sixth house here would be like so. These people would normally actually struggle a little bit with the daily routine and stuff like that to begin with, because the whole point, because it's an upper chart house, it gets better with time. So here we have a house that the person has got to learn that they need to be consistent, they need to have a routine, and they need to have a purpose for the day in order to be productive and feel good about life. This is how this, and all of those things like, eating well, which is part of the nutrition, exercising, working, doing things for other people will make this person feel good. So and up to a certain age, I mean, for some people will be 30. It really depends actually, because if you start your Sun Dasha early, then you probably will become quite independent quite quickly. But anyway, so this person wants to shine at work, wants to shine amongst like sort of cousins and all of that, and so they need to learn to be organized in order to get the best out of this house, if you like. So these people will do really well I mean, the whole point of this is to actually have a routine, have a purpose. The moment they get like that consistency and thinking like Monday to Friday, I'm going to get up at this age, I'm going to exercise, then I'm going to get myself ready, have my breakfast and go to work. That's what they need. They need to have a system that they put in place in order to be able to achieve that day. And the more they keep to it, which will be hard if they have like malefic, if they have afflictions of any, sometimes even a planet that's benefic can make it a little bit difficult as well. So it depends on the sign too, because some signs are much more doing rather than feeling as well. So it's yeah. So anyway, so that will be really good. And until they kind of because this is trying to bring the intelligence of the Sun and intellect of Mercury together in a sense, and it works really well. It's a house that Sun does well and achieves a lot as well. So They can be a little bit competitive as well, because sixth house is competition, competitive sports as well. It's so once they actually get that and they have a purpose and they do really well, particularly if they're guys, if they have like they do their work and then they go like to the gym or something, do like a boxing or martial arts or some sort of sport, even if it's group sport like basketball or something after work, just kind of to have a routine does them good. So then they can actually rest at the weekend. From there, also, some will be aspect in the 12th house too, can cause them expenses or things like that as well. So it could be just like, I'll do that and then I'll go and like have a drink. It can become a bit habitual as well. So they have to be careful with that too. But generally speaking, this is quite nice. It's a really nice, and the moment that Sun kind of starts getting a routine together, and particularly, because obviously sixth house is also work and it's work for the government and doing a service job. The moment they do that, they actually find their life starts to go forward, because that is their purpose. Sun is how we are supposed to do whatever the sun wants us to do, and that makes us feel good. And service, being like humble and actually looking after other people, is part of this journey. And the more they tap into that, like for example, from the sixth house, Sun is also aspect in 12th house of doing charitable work. So maybe at the weekend or one evening, if they were to actually offer their services for free to actually help their community, even if it's once a month, it actually will be amazing. So basically, this is people who want to get respect through their work, want to get respect through the service they provide, want to get through the reputation of. So if they're doing healing, massage, personal training, Reiki, all those kind of governmental jobs, these are the jobs that will actually. It could also be like accountancy as well. Depending what else is going on in the, because it's all about methodically having a plan, logically carrying out those plans. So yeah, just trying to make sure I don't actually miss anything out. So yeah, it's all about order as well, having an order, having a system in place. And they have to be careful also, because they want to also, because the sun it wants to always have the last, it's like the leader, the boss. They always feel as though in any form of argument or discord or any discussion, they have to have the last word. So sometimes it does do them good to actually listen to other people, to actually think there could be other viewpoints, that theirs is not the only viewpoint. So that's important. Yeah, and it's they are like warriors as well in that sense. So doing boxing, martial arts, and all of that will do them a world of good. Depending on the sign, obviously, particularly if it's a Mars sign, that's sixth house. And this is also the house of divorce and litigation as well. So you have to just like see that they Sun can have an ego attached to, and that's where Sun goes wrong. So because they always feel as though they got to win. This is also from the sixth house. Ninth house is 10 houses from sixth house is your ninth house. So it's also a house of luck as well. The more you do for the community, because the better you feel. And generally speaking, it's also if second house is from your fifth house, so you're serving your children, you're looking after them, you're looking after their nutrition, health, and well-being as well. So this is my take on that. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Thank you.